Shadow in this movie. Yes, that is voiced by the one and only Keanu Reeves. Yes, he is exactly what I wanted from him. He is fantastic as Shadow in this movie. What is up, guys and Sonic fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On The Brinker, and today I'm going to review the latest third installment that I was anticipating for, especially for Sonic fans out there, and that film is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. This film is once again directed by Jeff Fowler, who directed the first two Sonic films, and this movie stars the return of Ben Schwartz, Idris Elba, James Marsden, Tiga Sumter, and the one and only Jim Carrey, with some new people, including Kristen Witter and Keanu Reeves. And of course, to all Sonic fans out there, this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm not going to spoil any elements of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. You guys are safe here. Man, this is going to be the final movie review of 2024. Let's end 2024 with a bang. Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails reunite against a powerful new adversary, Shadow, a mysterious villain with powers unlike anything they have faced before. With their abilities outmatched, Team Sonic must seek out to an unlikely alliance. Now, this is coming from the guy that hasn't grown up too much with the Sonic games, but I'm at least familiar with the Sonic lore. But this is coming from the guy that enjoys the first two Sonic films. The first movie, I remember back in the day where Sonic had this really terrible design, and you know what, Paramount and Sega is just like, let's fix it, let's give the fans what they wanted, and the first Sonic the Hedgehog film was a lot of fun. I thought Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was surprisingly better than the first one and paid so much great tribute to the video game, so of course with all those aside, I was pumped for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, especially they are bringing Shadow the Hedgehog to a mist that is voiced by Keanu Reeves. How can you not be excited for that? And also, Jim Carrey is reprising his role as Dr. Robotnik out of retirement. I was pumped for this movie. The trailers of the film absolutely impressed me, and coming from the guy that likes the first two movies, I'm expecting this to step up from the first two movies. So for the final movie of this year, I got to see this movie actually not in IMAX or any big screen whatsoever. I got to see this movie on D-Box recliners, which is kind of a last minute thing, but I gotta say, guys, if you want to see this movie in a D-Box seat, if you have it around you, definitely will, because it felt like a roller coaster ride the entire time. Now, what do I think of Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Do I think this is better than the first two films, or it's a step down? Yes. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Yes. And the sun comes out in my reflection. Great timing, because it shows how much of a blast that I had with Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and it's easy to say for me, this is definitely my favorite in this trilogy. I had a total blast with Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Let's talk about the things that I liked about this film. First of all, of course, Team Sonic in this film. Ben Schwartz returning as Sonic in this film is once again fantastic. I thought he's a great voice casting for Sonic. He's great in the first two films, and he's also great in this film. But I also love Knuckles and Tails, and the chemistry between them three in the film is great. It develops really good themes in the film, because this is a film of them learning how to work as a team. And I thought that aspect of the film was actually really well done in this film. I thought the visual effects of this movie look really fantastic on the characters in the film. I think the visual effects really work with the live action characters in the film, like the first two films. But now, I love Team Sonic in the film, seeing them on screen, but man, let's talk about the things that really stood out with Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Absolutely Shadow in this movie. Yes, that is voiced by the one and only Keanu Reeves. Yes, he is exactly what I wanted from him. He is fantastic as Shadow in this movie. He is complete badass in the film when it comes to the action scenes of this film. But also, he has a backstory in this film that I thought it was very dark and very heartbreaking, and you do feel a bit sympathy for Shadow in this film, and you can understand why he turned out the way he is. And the rivalry between Sonic and Shadow are also really well handled in this film. But also, let's talk about the return of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. Not just Dr. Robotnik, because Jim Carrey is playing two roles in this film. Dr. Robotnik and also Gerald Robotnik, the grandfather of Dr. Robotnik. And man, Jim Carrey is back, ladies and gentlemen. He has still got it throughout all these years. He is hysterical in this film. And I thought the chemistry they bring out with Robotnik and Gerald in this film are fantastic. Seeing two Jim Carreys in this film is literally a treat throughout the film. And I thought their chemistry together, as one actor with their chemistry, it's hard to explain. It's basically one actor with the chemistry between two characters. I thought it's really well done in this film. They definitely crack me up the most in this film. There's so many standout scenes between them two. It really works in the film. And I gotta say to Jim Carrey, welcome back, man. But let's also talk about the action scenes in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, because holy shit. This is definitely some of the best action scenes that I've seen in this trilogy. There are so many great standouts in the film. There is one action scene, I'm not even joking, the audience was applauding. Because, man, for Sonic fans out there, like in the second one, this is a huge love letter to the Sonic games, especially the Shadow games. If you love those games, this film pays a lot of great tribute to those games, and the action scenes are filmed very, very well. It's a lot of fun to film. Like I said, I watched this film in D-Box. It literally felt like a roller coaster ride when it comes to the action, and I thought the action scenes stand out for me in this film. It's filmed very, very well. But definitely this is the most darkest I have seen in the Sonic trilogy because of Shadow. This film has some very dark moments and very emotional moments, but it's handled really freaking well in this film. But this film is also hilarious, like I said with Jim Carrey and stuff, but every character in the film. This film is also really funny. There are some great comedic tension in the film. But this film is absolutely a film that knows that it's trying to impress Sonic fans out there and trying to step up to the game, which it did that very, very well. Because definitely this is the most epic that I've seen in the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, and absolutely guys, this film handles all these elements very, very well, from the action scenes to the story of the film to the themes and messages that this film presented. I would say over Mufasa in this film, I think kids should see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's definitely a much better film. Guys, overall, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 absolutely is the best film that I have seen in this trilogy. The action scenes are absolutely fantastic. The nods and Easter eggs to the Sonic games work so well in this film. Of course, the Sonic team is fantastic. Ben Schwartz once again does a great job as Sonic. Idris Elba does a great job as Knuckles. Tails is awesome. My god, Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog stole this movie. He is a complete badass in this film. And also, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik and Gerald Butler. Man, this is the best that I've seen Jim Carrey as Robotnik in this trilogy. This film is funny, it's dark, it's also emotional, but it also has some really good messages and themes in the film that I think it's handled really freaking well. And for Sonic fans out there, you're going to be so pleased with this film. There's so many great moments in this film that you're definitely going to applaud with. Overall, guys, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is definitely the best I've seen in this trilogy, and I'm definitely going to see this film again at some point, because absolutely, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, definitely go see this film on the big screen. And also, guys, there is 2 post-credit scenes of the film that leads up to a 4th Sonic movie, and after these mid-credit scenes, I'm not gonna lie, for Sonic fans out there, you're gonna cheer. You're gonna be very surprised, especially towards the mid-credit scene, leading up to possibly a 4th Sonic movie, and I am on board with that. So guys, this is my last movie review for 2024. Yes, I'm not going to get a chance to review movies like Nosferatu, The Brutalist, or A Complete Unknown, because unfortunately, those films in Australia release dates, stupid Australia release dates, are coming out in January. So I'm not going to have a chance to see those films. If you're looking for those reviews, I'm sorry, I live in Australia. Those films are coming out in January. There's no advanced screenings of those films, which I was really let down by. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is my last movie review of 2024. I'm going to celebrate Christmas, guys. I'm going to take a bit of a break. Look forward to my end of the year list for 2024. I am so pumped to do these end of the year list videos once again. So guys, I just want to say to you all, have a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys are having a great Christmas with your families and all that stuff. But also, even if you're alone, you are not alone this Christmas. We will all be supporting you. But please, celebrate Christmas with your family, because that's what Christmas is all about. So have a very Merry Christmas, you guys, and hopefully you guys have a magical Christmas. And thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this journey for 2024. It's been one hell of a year. Pretty quick year, actually. There's so many great movies I like. There's so many shit movies, disappointing, surprising. So look forward to my end of year list coming very soon. So guys, for my final movie review of 2024, what do you guys think of Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Do you like this movie, hate this film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for a year that has been, and have a nice day.